Good morning. I would like to run you through my productivity journal setup and how this collection of 4 random books somehow streamlines my life and I kind of stay on top of things. So, a leather binder, very simple, and a Caran d'Ache 849, a Swiss-made ballpoint pen, very reliable. I would recommend it. It's green as well. In here, I've got 4 books, as I said, with a few bookmarks at the top, and each of them serves a purpose to how I stay on top of certain things in my life. So let's go through them. A few post-it notes for these headers and actual post-it notes because you always need them. First one is called Things and Stuff. This is the technical one, staying on top of calendars, the things you're doing in your life, your projects, your to-do list for each day. Here we go. I'll preface this by saying this is an old version. I've got new versions since then, but here are the main core parts of the diary so you've got an idea of what's going on. A spending tracker. Do this digitally, but it's nice to have. Now, next one, this is very useful, a calendar spread. Now, I've got the next 6 months in here. When somebody asks you what you're doing at this date and you whip out this bad boy, you're going to make an impression. Very useful, and I find digital calendars a bit confusing. I've got too much going on them, and I run a couple of them. Having this is like a main thing to reference and go back to. Very, very handy, and you've always got it on you. After that, I've got a few pages of 6, 9, 12 months trackers for the future. After that, handy to have. A habit tracker, heat map, calendar, whatever you want to call it. It serves a purpose, it's very useful. I do this digitally now, but it's nice to have. I'll probably be using this again in the future, and here's room for another one. But, very cool. This one, most useful thing I have, this is a project board, and on here I put on all the projects I have over the next 3 months, say 6 months, and I put a little project bar, and that's like the progress I've made along it. If you're ever worried about, I'm not making any progress, feel useless, come back to this, you can see what you've already done, and you can assess, have I got room for new projects now at the moment, or should I hold off, because I've got quite a lot going on. Then I've got like the main academic and personal education focuses I was working on, just here, and then we go into my daily entries. In here, I'll put down a to-do list for the day. I'll tick it off as I go through the day. I'll put in goals and main focuses, any thoughts I'm having, things to go back to, reference tasks. You get it. That sort of thing. It's just like a little, this kind of thing you have at work, but it works. Then at the back, we've got more goals to put in the future because I don't have room for them at the moment, and more project lists. Very handy. Spending lists, things to remember, like subscriptions, and that is Things and Stuff. Now, the next one is my business journal. I run a couple of businesses, and I like to keep track of the things I've done, what I'm working on, the progress I've made. This one's very simple, and it's just a linear path of my brain developing as I run these businesses. Like, this is an inventory tracker that I made for one of my businesses. This is the website development I'm talking about. This is about sales funnels and different inspirations I've had. So, it's just your general stuff. But I come back to it to refresh my brain, see what I've learned and what I need to know again. And it's very, very helpful, and you feel a lot better about the progress you've made. I will say that. Not much more to say, you get the message. Now this is Stuff and Things. This is like Things and Stuff, but personal. It's my stuff and my things. And in here, I'll be talking about my life. I'll make entries on things that have happened. It's like a mini journal between my main journal and something like Notion, where I'm going to type up a full entry. It's things that are going around my head, so I need to get them down on paper, or it's an idea I want to write down, or an experience I've had. It's going here. And here I put down life lessons, ideas, and general ideation, and it's very useful. It works for me, and I would recommend. Just fill them out every day, as and when I need them, or I stick in. This was a picture I found, I just wanted to randomly stick in. Oh well, I got a new fountain pen while I was doing this. Very nice colour, I would recommend. Alami Safari with some sort of blue. Now, the last one, this is called Pile of Stuff. This is a commonplace notebook. Now, you probably know what that is, but if you don't, it's basically where you'd put your sources of information, your inspirations, ideas, and academic learning. Now, I'll show you the categories. Here we've got ideation, inspiration, learning, and life lessons. And in here, I'll put an entry for each one. Say I'm sat in a cafe and I'm talking to someone, I learned something new. I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to say, Jill from Grounded taught me this. Or I'll read a magazine and I'll put that in. And those little bits of information, it doesn't matter what they are, they could be in relation to anything, all go in here. And then when I set up all my notes on like Obsidian, where everything's cross-referenced and links together, I've got the place it all came from. And that's very, very useful. So today I'm going to write an article about any topic. I've got about 40 notes that are all in some way linked to this small topic. It might be a niche interest, but they've all got some sort of learning around it. And I can look through all the stuff I've already learned. And I've got this library of my life's learning in one place. And it's all because of this, because this actually keeps track of it. It's very cool. If you'd like me to show you the rest of the setup, this is just like how I stay on track of the day-to-day things. This is always in my back pocket. It's the shape of my bum, and I love it to bits. Very cool, would recommend, and it's easy to do. It's very cheap as well. But yeah, it's part of a bigger system, but I've managed to streamline the most important things into here. Thanks for watching. I hope it was mildly interesting.